life cycle. The life cycle of sales, right? So the first thing to do is lead generation. So we'll talk about, so number one is lead, especially when it comes to this property sales that we are doing. Then the second thing is qualifying the leads. Second thing is qualifying the leads. Then the third thing is contacting the leads. It's different from lead generation. This is where your calls come in. So I will call it initial contact. Your initial contact with the leads. Now, before you contact these leads, there's something you need to do. Or in the process of contacting them, you need to do what we call fact finding. Because that's what a doctor does for you. No doctor will prescribe anything for you, they don't know what is wrong. The reason why some of us are not selling is not because we don't have leads. Where's Senator? Senator is not here today. Senator has a lot of quality leads. You see here I said qualifying leads qualification. So Senator has a lot of quality leads, but he's not converting them. Do you know one of the problems? You cannot sell what I don't need to me. Hello? Whatever I don't need, you cannot. Can you make me to buy a gown? I mean for myself. No, I mean for myself. For myself. Can I buy a gown for myself? No. Exactly. Can I buy a high heel shoe? Indeed. I don't know if we understand, but do you think if I see a bespoke jacket, I will buy or I will not buy? But now while I'm buying, it also now depends on my available resources. You know, right? So I think we talked briefly about that last week. All right. So you're supposed to do what I will call either fact finding. So I'll put it under here. You can either call it fact finding or need discovery. I don't know if we are together. Yes. You can either call it, so while you are doing this, your initial contact, right? You need to do fact finding or need discovery. And this is done through questioning. Do you know that if you meet Tinubu today, some of us will not be able to ask him questions? Do you know the reason? Who can tell me the reason why you'll not be able to ask? No, Tinubu is too high. If you meet Dino Melaye, no. Huh? Okay, let me come to Lagos State. If you meet Governor Sanwo-Olu, how many of you can ask him questions? I'm not saying if you have access or not. I said if you meet him. How many of us can ask him questions? You can ask him questions. Do you know why you cannot ask him questions? Do you know why? Confidence. It's not because you don't. Who said every time I want to talk? It's not because you don't have anything to ask him. Hello. It's not because you don't have anything to ask him. Have you ever gone to the hospital to see your doctor and you are seated in the front of your doctor and your doctor is afraid to ask you questions? Yes. No. Doctor is afraid to ask you. If see anybody that you are afraid to ask questions from, you cannot help them. And what you're supposed to do to your clients is to help them. How many of you believe that we are helping clients?
Yes.
They don't know. It's because you're not making them to know, and that's the essence of today's class. You are helping your client. But you see, when you present yourself like someone that needs their help, I have never begged any client to buy anything from me. Please, sir, buy. Please, sir, buy. Never. I have never begged anybody to buy anything from me. Because it's value for value. It's value for value. So, if your client knows what they stand to gain from you, right? There is no way. They will even make you their best friend. I have a friend, it's my client anyway, so I call him a friend. He literally called me one day. He said he's tired of what he's doing and he wants to start planning his retirement. He said, what can I do? What could make someone to be asking you that kind of question?
Investment. You have the solution.
It's not because of relationship.
Investment value.
It's because the person knows that with this thing you've been discussing with me, with all these things we've been talking about, you have a solution to this. So how many of our clients actually see us as solution providers? Show chat. Oh, jot that only WhatsApp ló wà. Only WhatsApp ló wà. O lè máa bá client sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tá wà ń bí. You are doing the right thing at the wrong time. Ó yẹ kó mú jọ́tà wá. Alright, tó bá ti chat jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ tó dà máa gba fóònù títí ẹ̀ náà. So, if you don't have value for people, they won't reach out to you. When you call them, they won't take your calls. This is value for value. So, if you meet someone, do you know that he can call you back later? Literally by himself, call you back. Do you know? What will make him to call you back? So, but you know what? Your value proposition in life starts with your confidence. Do you know that 5-year-old boy that was responding to me here? Exactly. When we are young, we have confidence. As we are growing older, environment knocks the confidence away from us. Is it? No, it's the environment that knocks it off. That's why most children that are raised in a confident environment, they are more confident in life. The first question you ask, hey, who's my papa? I go ask someone a question. But do you know that if your dad was the former something of something, when you meet someone, you ask him questions, you greet him, you ask him questions. But do you know that even if your father is not, even if your genealogy is not reckoned with, you can develop yourself to the point that you can meet Tinubu and dialogue with him. I met the MD of ICO Insurance, the former MD of ICO Insurance, on the lift, 2014. The lift of ICO's head office. I don't think I've ever had personal contact with him before. He was the MD of the company where I was working. I was working at a solo branch. And I just almost barely someone we could refer to as a trainee. And then I met him, I greeted him, we exchanged a few words, and then we left. Few seconds later, I remember that there's something I was supposed to discuss with him, and I went straight to his office. And you can't access his office if you don't have invitation to that office. His office is on the 7th floor, if I can remember. And the office has a private security door. you cannot enter.
How do you enter?
Because of few seconds of conversation with him in the lift, they no burn the security well, make him open that door. And then I entered, I greeted him again. I said, yes, I was the one that we had conversation in the lift just some moment ago. I was like, oh, okay. I said this and this and this and this and this. He said, oh, okay, we can work on it. And he took me directly to his personal office and gave me his card. He said, call me. 2014, 11 years ago. Please, let's put our phone on silence. All right, so don't worry, when we get there, we'll look at a few things. Maybe when we are doing our lead generation strategies next week, if we have the time, we'll bring back this particular aspect so that we can bring in cold calling, because some of us do a lot of online lead generations, right? But you don't tend to do so much with it. And so it's either you say they're unqualified, that's where your lead qualification comes. You say they're unqualified, they are non-respondent, they are non this, they are non that. But then we look at that. So now, after your contact with the client, right? The next thing to do is to offer presentation, right? The two of them go hand in hand, right? This is where your product knowledge comes in. Right? So we'll come to that. Then we now, because it's lands we are doing, right? Can also infuse site visit coordination. If we were selling another product, there might be no need for inspection, right? But we can put presentation / inspection together, right? So we can, don't worry, maybe when we get to this thing. Then finally, you have to close the sales. You know, some people were talking about decline, some were talking about death, but here, under this life cycle, we talk about closing. Closing is a skill on its own. Presentation is a skill on its own, so we cannot exhaust everything today, right? Closing techniques, presentation techniques, negotiation technique, cold calling technique, lead generation technique, different things that can be talked about on this. So then maybe here we'll put closing and payment. If the client has not paid, the sales has not been closed. Then finally, we can now talk about post-sales. Yeah, here we can also talk about documentation. Then finally, we talk about post-sales activities. For some of us, the moment your client buys and paid initial deposit, I just realized that some of our clients are holding Zenith Properties so much. So we've mandated, because a whole lot of the time we didn't want to, we try not to offend some realtors. So we want them to do a follow-up on their clients. But now we've mandated the team, whether you like it or not, they will call your client because they're also our client. Hello? They will write them officially, right? We'll do proper follow-up on them, just to ensure that we get our money from them. So whether you like it or not, we're going to do that. Sorry. So the reason why you need to have a structured sales process like this, right, is to ensure consistency across, all your sales activities. Then it will help you to build confidence and professionalism. Some of us will just jump into sales conversation. Sir, we have this land in Ibadan. It will be nice for you to come and buy. They are not a professional. Can the doctor just meet anybody on the road? We have drug for this type of this thing. Would you like to come and buy? No, can the doctor do that? I've been using medical doctor since, right? Because all of us know that a medical doctor is a professional in his field. So also a typical salesperson is a professional in this field. And real estate is a field on its own that needs you to have adequate knowledge. Do you know that as a real estate professional, you're supposed to be a lawyer? Do you know? How many of you, as lawyer and surveyor, spoil your work for you? The two enemies that you have. As a salesperson in this business is the surveyor of the client and the lawyer of the client. So you need to be a surveyor yourself. You also need to be a lawyer yourself. You want to sell a product to someone, you don't even know the title on the land. Sir, it's like they said that the land is like they said that the land has This is why some of us are not selling. All right. So the reason why you need to have a structured sales process like this is for you in the presence of your client to position yourself as a professional. Another reason is it will help you to increase conversion rate. When I started my sales journey in 2013, if I have 10 leads, if I'm able to close one, then I'm very lucky. But 6 months down the line, if I have 10 leads, if I don't close all 10, I will close at least 9 out of 10. And yet I was selling a product that is more difficult to sell than real estate. Real estate is one product that I've noticed that you can sell it, people also buy it, and I understand what I mean by that. So real estate, please, I need another marker. Real estate is both sold and bought. What do I mean? Yes, real estate is the only product that I understand that it is both sold and bought. How do I mean? If you don't sell to me, I will look for real estate to buy. Whether you advertise, whether you don't advertise, when I get to the point where I can afford real estate, I will go and look for it. So I will buy. If you bring it to me and you present it in a way, in an investment manner, I will buy. How many of you have bought insurance this year? How many of us have been to the hospital this year? It's not everybody. It is not everybody that has been to the hospital this year. There are some people here that they've not treated malaria this year. But is there anybody here that has not slept at least in one room this year? So that's why I tell people everybody needs real estate. Everybody doesn't necessarily need drug. Thank you. Everybody needs real estate. All right. And then if you have your sales process well structured, it will also make your follow-up easier and smarter. It will give you more results. You have a very high conversion rate. All right, so the first thing we want to talk about, right, in this life cycle, life cycle, let's draw the cycle now. Everything we put together, let's draw it in the form of a cycle. So the first thing we'll talk about is lead generation. Now, under lead generation, right, where are the various means by which you can generate leads? So, if I don't teach us, what did I say we'll treat next week? Lead generation. So, if I don't do that, I might want to show us how to sell. How to sell like a machine. Between lead generation and how to sell like a machine, which one do you want? I already have the notes. I already have it somewhere. So don't worry. You said?
Balance the first.
You said what?
How to generate generation.
Don't worry.
If you don't know
I will figure out what we should do.
how to generate.
I will figure out what we should do. Okay, so what are the various means by which we should generate leads? I want us to be the one to answer at this point. Mr. Larry. I know. Yeah.
Traditional marketing.
So you can do online ad generation. Online lead generation, and you can also do offline lead generation. So if you are going online, what are the different places to get them from? You have Facebook, right? You have Google. You have IG. Do people generate leads from TikTok?
Yes.
TikTok. I think I'm correct. YouTube. Yeah, IG. I've put it there. Instagram is there already. LinkedIn. Yes, which other one?
WhatsApp, YouTube.
Can we generate leads on WhatsApp?
Yes. WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp groups.
Color.
Sorry, social media. All the social groups.
Clean this one. Clean it. Yes. So we can generate leads from WhatsApp. I don't have your phone number, and then I can generate your phone number from. Okay, from WhatsApp groups. Is it only WhatsApp groups?
True ads, also run ads through WhatsApp.
I know that we can run ads on WhatsApp.
You can use WhatsApp.
I don't want to teach us something that is. There's a method I know on WhatsApp that is very effective. No, I will not. I don't want people to insult you.
Sending on groups where you have. There are some people
All
who
the WhatsApp
send
groups
their
that we all
concept,
belong to.
they frown at it.
All the WhatsApp groups that you belong to, have you exhausted all of them? Everybody on those lists, have you exhausted all? That's leads on its own.
I message them one by one.
You can categorize them, do lead qualification if you know them some way, somehow. Categorize them and do broadcast lists to each of them. So that you're not sending that message one after the other, one after. You will miss some people out. There's a way to generate the entire data from each WhatsApp group. Even me, I don't know it. All right. So, if you want to generate leads online, all necessary media. Is it medium now? Maybe medium is plural. Okay, media is plural. So all necessary media, all your social media, all your anything that's related to online, you can generate leads from there. Facebook is a very effective place to generate leads. LinkedIn, the ads is more expensive, but you will get very quality leads from LinkedIn. That one is certain, right? Then, let me ask a question. What is the most effective way for lead generation that you know that these leads cannot fail? Referral is the most quality source of leads. Someone that has tasted the product and now tell his friend about it and say, take my friend's phone number and call him. But you see where most of us we have problem, why we don't have continuous sales. Do you know where the problem is? When we make money, we eat it alone. You make 100,000, you make 500,000, you make 1 million. Send recharge card to that customer. You don't like that? Then tell the customer, sir, my company is asking you to give us referrals. Don't say you are the one that needs referral. No. When you say, sir, I need referral from you, the client will be like, okay, are there some benefits? And if it's a greedy customer, he himself, do you know how many customers have reached out to us? And it's not only Zenita they are doing it to. I went for a program one day when I was a realtor. And someone told me that my biggest competitor is the developer. At first, I found it very challenging, but later, I found it to be true. If Zenita was a greedy company, we would have converted so many clients and get referrals from so many clients. But we leave that aspect for us to explore. But in many cases, we don't. If the company calls your client to request for referral, very easy. Client will give us now. So, but the way it appears in the eye of the people who brought the customers, those are the first things. It makes business sense for us, right? But the way, it will appear in the, the psychological effect on the people that brought those customers. I can meet with your top customers. A customer has done business 5 million, 10 million, 50 million with us. I can invite such a customer over a dinner and give them proposals, give them business plans, opportunity for them to make money. We can do that. But we've never done any. but yet you are not exploring it. So this is one of the reasons why I said I need to find time. Let us sit down and dialogue. So one way to do lead generation is referral. What's the spelling, Seth? What am I doing? Then word of mouth prospecting. Word of mouth prospecting. Don't worry, I will show us that. Then events. When we go out to events or expos, and you have a booth in those places. Is it correct? Or a stand. Let's borrow stand. You know one primary challenge with some of us. Come now. They know that you are late. Come now. Are you just coming? Come. Well done, eh? Come now. You're welcome. We're almost finishing. You'll be here. In the spirit. All right. Okay, so the guy is almost making me to lose my thought. So some of us, we wait for the company to take us to events. Zenith should come and have a stand here. You are a businessman on your own. You are supposed to invest into your business. There was a lady, Jumoke, she's there now. There was a time she came and said that there's an event somewhere that she came, she collected our banner, she collected different things and all of that, and said that she wants to buy a booth for her to advertise Zenith properties. I can't remember how much the cost was at the time. She now came back later and said that she would like us to kind of give some support. And gladly, I was very happy. I was gladly and very happy. Is it correct English? Gladly and very happy. All right. So events, expos, and different other outings, seminars. You said? Podcasts. Yeah, trade fair. How does podcasts? I think it's supposed to. That's other content generation now. Online. And that's online now. And this one is one-on-one physical. You want us to use that, right? You can bring it. You can bring it. Sorry. Just put it there. Yeah. I think this one is better, right? Oh, it's bigger. Okay. Okay. All right. So you can take this off once I'm done with the. Then we can continue with that. So, WhatsApp campaign, does it come under online ads?
Yes.
WhatsApp campaign, does it come under online ads? Is WhatsApp a social media or medium? Social media? Okay, I usually don't categorize it. You know, because it uses internet doesn't necessarily mean that. Okay, so part of online advertisement is WhatsApp campaign. Okay, so I take that. Then how about SMS blast? Email marketing is under online. We didn't mention that here. So you said WhatsApp blast. I mean WhatsApp campaign rather. We should categorize that under online, right? How about SMS blast? No, SMS is not online. No.
We work SMS.
Yes. No, not. I know where you are taking it to. So let's categorize SMS blasts separately. Is that, apart from all that I've written on the board, are there other means for lead generation that I've not captured? No. No, is code calling a lead generation method? Thank you. Proposals. That's both corporate sales fall under here. Corporate sales and some individuals too can fall under here. Yes. Any other methodology that has not been exhausted? Apollo.io.
That's offline.
What is that not a platform?
It's under online.
It's an app now. It's a lead generation app.
It's online.
You get numbers, right?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to relate to that.
Is a lead generation app basically to generate the particular set of lead within a particular
Extract. Also, again, we can also use signposts.
Thank you, billboards. Well, those ones are getting to corporate advertisement. I'm talking about. Billboard and advertisement. Huh? Trend. That's still online now. Your Apollo.ai is online. We are talking of .io rather, sorry. Thank you. They call it Skilamapo, no?
Jingles.
There's a name they call it. Radio, television advertisement is called what? Paid media.
Or media commission.
What is again?
Newspapers.
Newspapers. Who said masterclass? Where?
Boosting awareness and masterclass awareness.
It's still online.
No.
Not online, it's physical.
That's under
It's
events.
under events.
Yes.
That falls under event, expos, and then we are saying when you get to such event, try to get a booth. Because see, you know you can go to event and do word of mouth prospecting
Yes.
and generate your leads. But if you go to event and you buy booth, people come to you.
Yes.
Exactly.
So there are two different methods. You can go out to event and do word of mouth prospecting, collect contacts. or you buy a booth, you station yourself there, people come to you and then they drop their contact. So if you go to master classes,